Hello, I'm the Renni critic. I remember that Super Kiwi 64 was mid, so you don't have to. The internet's fascination with classic media within the realms of video games, movies, animation, and so much more has led to the rise of the internet critic. Starting with trailblazers like the AVGN, Angry Video Game Nerd, and Nostalgia Critic as far back as the ancient year of 2004. Me and many other people on the internet have been equally fascinated with these guys, just as much as we were with the kind of media they covered. 20 years of this stuff, picking apart games and other media of varying quality, presented by entertainers and critics that were also of varying quality. A lot of you are probably already familiar with some of the biggest online critics of all time, like the AVGN and Nostalgia Critic, but while there are plenty of creators inspired by their work, including myself, they also had countless cheap rip-offs and imitators trying to capitalize on their success, while also having absolutely zero understanding about exactly why folks enjoyed watching these critics in the first place. One of the most beloved of the AVGN's rip-off creators was the man, the myth, the furry, the runaway fugitive, and perhaps worst of all, Canadian, the one and only Game Dude. This guy has an extensive laundry list of absolutely horrendous videos and reviews that have gone down in internet history as some of YouTube's most brilliant failures. His reviews are as extremely quotable as they are head-scratchingly confusing. They're amazing for all the wrong reasons.
Look how long it takes for the Royals to come. Hurry up! Finally!
There's so much to cover with Game Dude, I could easily make an entire video just about him and his history and everything he's done, but today, we're gonna take a bit of a smaller look at just one of his reviews covering the Mario Kart series. This fascinatingly terrible review should be enough to give you a proper taste of what the Game Dude was all about, so join me as we delve into the confusing rants of a complete madman.
So Kirby, what do you think?
Radio to the Fox is gay.
Exactly.
But hey, no matter how bad an internet critic's content could be, for some reason they always had such a banger theme song.
He is the Game Dude, he is so rude. He is a gamer with a bad attitude. He plays the games that put mankind to shame. They insult the brain because they are so lame.
He's the absolute train wreck of a critic you just couldn't look away from. Until he fled the country, of course. Long story. Behold, the Game Dude.
Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64 are classic masterpieces. Every single square inch, including the incredible old-school Mario music, retains a magical dreamlike Mario Kart atmosphere far grander than the equally amazing Advanced, DS, Cubed, and Wii.
Game Dude videos were often way too fast-paced and on turbo crack, but I'm going to do my best to try and keep up with what he's saying. Game Dude really managed to confuse the fuck out of me within the first 15 seconds. He singles out Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64 as classic masterpieces.
Millennial moment.
And he says that they're equally amazing to what were the more modern Mario Kart titles at the time, while also at the same time stating that the first two games were doing something better? Like, I know that you can enjoy games equally while still preferring certain qualities of another certain game, but this is an incredibly fucking confusing way to start a review, good god!
They're too busy, silly, and different, and don't truly feel like Mario Kart.
They're too different? Too silly? It's fucking Mario! What did he want, Mario to mourn the loss of his deceased grandmother while racing? I'm already completely fucking lost. Good work, Game Dude.
The classics are refreshingly simpler and have a sense of maturity.
I can't even begin to think of a way to respond to that. Mature how? They're old enough to drink, I guess.
You don't get any more Mario Kart than this. This is Mario Kart.
I love how the is in air quotes, like the on-screen text is contradicting his own point. Oh my god.
Double Dash is just one big silly playground.
I too love the open world playground style gameplay of Double Dash.
And the character selection is diluted with a massive pile of watery hippopotamus diarrhea.
Now at this point you may be wondering, what if this guy's stuff was just a parody, inspired by the AVGN? Well yeah, he was without a doubt inspired by James's work, and his videos were certainly trying really hard to be funny, but never at any point do I get the feeling that he was actually self-aware when it came to the actual points he made in his videos. As far as I can tell, everything he's actually saying is completely genuine. He just yells and says gross expletives a lot. Like a certain nerd. You know the one.
Why have Daisy, Baby Mario, and Baby Luigi when there's Peach, Mario, and Luigi? Diddy Kong and Birdo never came from Mario. Remember Toadette from before? I sure don't. And why the fuck are there 2 random bosses?
The fact that Game Dude doesn't know that Birdo came from Super Mario Bros 2, yet he does somehow know that King Boo and Petey Piranha were previous bosses, is absolutely hilarious. Or, oh god, wait, is he being a and thinking, actually, Birdo came from Doki Doki Panic, not Super Mario Bros. 2. In Japan, Super Mario Bros. 2 was actually Doki Doki Panic, and then they brought it over to Japan, and it was fucking Super Mario Bros. USA! Oh my god. Game Dude, please, don't make me have to apologize for my generation for being cringe about this shit, please, for the love of God.
Look how much longer it takes to select Wario.
Yo, guys, he said it! He said the thing!
What a pointless, minuscule inconvenience, not even worth mentioning.
Then why the fuck did you even mention it? I personally believe that below average Wario selection speeds are an extremely important issue, but still.
All we need is Mario, Luigi, Wario, Bowser, Yoshi, and Peach. That's it!
The dude wants Mario Kart to have even less characters than the very first game had. God, I can't fucking handle this.
And maybe Waluigi.
Definitely Waluigi. Definitely. 100% Waluigi.
Even Koopa Kong and Junior Boy aren't really that important.
Okay, but like, why though?
And if Wario's helping the cart, who's steering?
Okay, that's like hot as hell. But at least Double Dash had character victory animations. Yes, I know, Mario Kart 64 is indeed a great game, but like, the character sprites don't even have any sort of victory animation at all. Even less than the 2 frames of animation found in the very first game. On this one, Double Dash is an objective improvement, you silly, silly man.
And you know what's really annoying? Why must everything have a face? Look at the trees. Is this Mario Kart or Kirby's Dream Land? There's the giant pink arch. That looks like a giant pink dick.
It's really entertaining how his mic peaks so bad.
And is it a coincidence that the map is also dick-shaped at the exact same time? It's Little Mermaid all over again, times 2 in a row.
Game Dude is infinitely funnier when he's attempting to make an actual point than when he's trying to make a joke.
Mario Kart Wii is a social tea party, and there's never been so many pointless characters. Like, we don't need Rosalina, Daisy, Baby, Peach, or even Pauline, because Peach is by far the best, so all Mario needs is her.
Game Dude was so focused on Nintendo stuff that came from the Jurassic period that he accidentally predicted Pauline in Mario Kart. And for that, I gotta give him some props.
Why are the characters so shiny?
The way many Game Dude reviews so quickly devolve into useless, unrelated comments about the game and lose any and all review structure, it's an absolutely beautiful thing. His videos truly are a piece of art. I don't think anybody could even purposefully go out of their way to replicate this stuff. And we're already at that point, guys. Strap yourself in.
Hey, I wonder... What a bunch of squirrel fucknuts!
I can't believe a completely unintended glitch isn't replicable in the remake version of this course. What were they thinking?
The Mii's belong in Wii Sports, not Mario Kart. But no, they just had to barge their way here, like in Brawl and Galaxy. Some of the magic is instantly destroyed by the presence of these Fisher-Price toys.
I wish that somebody could track down Game Dude just to tell him that Mii's are still in Mario Kart, and about things like Miitopia, From the sounds of it, it'd be his personal 9/11. Oh wait, he's probably hiding in some Mexican family's attic, making the mother wonder why the fridge is mysteriously cleared out once a week.
Look how annoyingly out of place they are, stupidly driving back and forth for no reason at all.
Yeah, I too hate the inclusion of obstacles in a kart racer. Those are so uncommon and controversial.
Some classic courses return, fully revamped and refreshed, like Peach Bitch. More like Peach's Fantasy Dickland!
But why? AVGN worked because James always had a contextual reason behind making his over-the-top reactions and jokes. Usually it'd be in response to some truly awful game design or the controls, or maybe he's mocking the title of a really awful game that he's already established is terrible on some level.
Now we got Soul Feast. More like Soul Feces. Well, holy shit, I gotta be honest. It reminds me of R-Type or Light Force, and that's pretty cool. So all I gotta say is, this one's not bad.
I know having context seems like a basic thing, but I don't think Game Dude understood that on any level. You can't just look at Peach Beach in a game that's good and yell, "More like Peach Bitch!" and expect it to be unironically funny. It just doesn't work that way, Game Dude.
But the best are the Mario Kart 64 revisions. Look how the sunlight behind the oval clouds and the dreamlike background shines over the simplicity of the reflective ice while the incredible dreamlike music plays and the classic Mario Kart flag approaches from the distance. This is magic.
Okay, Game Dude, how? How is a track more magical simply because it's simpler? Just because it reminds him of his childhood, I assume. Have you seen the Yoshi's Island track in Mario Kart 8? That shit is busy. But it's beautiful, dare I say, magical in its presentation. He really doesn't explain his reasoning here whatsoever. I get it. There's plenty of stuff to love from your childhood, I do too, including these classic Mario Kart 64 tracks. I'm sorry guys who grew up with this stuff, I did too, but just because something is classic or nostalgic doesn't necessarily make it better.
This is fucking Mario Kart. This is how this should all be like.
Oh yeah, this is what Mario Kart should be like. Yeah, I love those simple tracks too. I also love the more modern and complex tracks. None of this would be so fucking confusing or an issue whatsoever if he presented all of this as his own personal opinion. But he really just loves to present the simplicity of the older tracks as objectively superior. Which is so funny because I can imagine many younger players watching this fucking montage and thinking it looks boring as hell.
Yoshi, you ignoramus! Ah, Junior Boy, you ignorant anus! Ah, crappers and cheese. I said crappers and cheese. Well, now I'm fucked.
Even better than before, this is the part of the video where he stops trying to make any points whatsoever and begins yelling at the game over and over again and saying, "Dirty words!"
Watch your profane, man.
Yeah, the AVGN did this too, but he almost always built up these segments and placed them in between making the actual review points about a game's quality. He usually did it to show just how much he was struggling to make actual progress in a game. This segment of Game Dude's video lasts for over a minute and has absolutely nothing to do with the review. The review is over, folks. We've moved on and it's just stopped. But it is glorious in its own special way.
Penguin pile of poop! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yahoo! I got these. Son of a bitch, you stupid meat. You just had to ruin the ending, didn't you?
And the video ends with that. He really had it out for those Miis, goddamn. It truly is just inspiring how Game Dude's reviews were a failure on literally every single level. They're completely incomprehensible, aggressively unfunny, and they have aged so fucking bad. Seriously, some of those bits just felt like Game Dude regurgitating annoying millennial Nintendo fan opinions of the time, but in a way that made even less sense than usual. Yes, Game Dude, we understand that things were better when you were 10, and that Super Mario Bros. 2 is Doki Doki Panic. Shut the fuck up, man, we get it! Oh yeah, he's in Antarctica hiding from polar bears. He'll never see this video. Okay, fine, quick context. Game Dude was sentenced to trial for stalking his ex-girlfriend, and he decided to flee Canada to avoid having to go to trial. No one has seen him ever since. He may have not been very bright, and he may have very well been a creepy-ass criminal, but I love the Game Dude's content all the same. His stuff was so fucking awful. It was honestly poorly aged even back in 2008, but I can't help but adore every heartfelt, terrible moment in his videos. He truly is an inspiration to us all. We can live comfortably, knowing that most of our content is at least a million times better than what this dude made, and that review content has largely grown from this era. We certainly don't see quite as many cheap ripoffs of big internet critics anymore, and for unironic enjoyment, we can still go back and enjoy the stuff that's aged really well. James Rolfe's content was imitated so much because it was so good then and now. If the authorities do eventually find Game Dude, I hope that they make him the new voice of Mario.
Wario, I've got a present for you. Oh no! Oh shit!
He can record from prison, I think, but at least I can agree with Game Dude on one thing. It truly does take way too long to select Wario.